What is up, psychos? Welcome to the lab. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully, you guys are having an amazing day. Let's get crazy here today. Today, we're going to install a new piece, sanitize the lab, organize the lab, and install the ventilation system that we were talking about a couple videos back. So, we got a little segment here brought to you by the Lab Dog. He's super excited to see me today. Had to give me some nibbles. And today we're just gonna go and scrub down the lab, talk about hopefully what this new piece means for us and what that's gonna allow us to do here soon. So we just got a new negative air machine, and we do need to get another piece for it to properly introduce fresh air exchange. But at the moment, we got it running as an air scrubber, and it will at least let us to begin in the meantime until we get that other piece we need. So we have here today, we are going to scrub down our hands, scrub down our arms real good before we enter the lab. Now, the lab is not the most sterile environment right now. That is what we are going to handle today. I've been really behind on stuff, getting a little bit overwhelmed, so the area got a bit messy. And so we're gonna get caught up on some stuff today and install this new piece. And this is really awesome because this new piece is going to allow us to do some more gourmet content. And once we get the gourmet content going a little bit and going, I would love to do dip my toes in a little bit of cooking content, maybe making some soups, frying up some mushrooms. We'll figure it out once we get to that point, but we finally have the items that are gonna let us do that, so that's awesome. Now here we are in the walk-in area of the lab, where you sanitize your hands, the zipper, and step in, glove up, and handle your business. Now the first 5 people to comment on this video, I will put your username right on the lab, so make sure to leave a comment. Now that's the dehydrator tub 9000. We'll talk about that in another video. We got a few little odds and ends around here, some stickers for anybody who purchases anything, as well as some bigger stickers for some bigger items. And yeah, there's just some little odds and ends here. Now, as you can tell, there is, for one, substrate all over the lab because I was playing with some substrate the other day in here. And it's just a general disorganized mess. So we're going to handle that today. We're going to clean this space up, sanitize everything, and plug that little machine in to scrub the air in here. And that will allow us to do gourmets because we can now cut open bags in this room and and count on them being sterile, at least sterile enough to work in. And that's amazing for us, truthfully. I've been super excited on doing some more content outside of monotubs. I stare at a lot of monotubs lately, and this is gonna let me do some other stuff. And you can see I'm all kind of disorganized. This is my little flow hood. I want to get a bigger one, but this is the one I started with, and I would hate to retire it. And I got a solution here of 10% bleach, 90% water. That's what I'm going to be scrubbing down with everything in here today. Generally, 70% isopropyl alcohol is what you want to be using to sanitize things. But when it comes to taking things off of the shelf and sanitizing my entire lab, I tend to use 10% bleach, or when I run into a lot of contamination, I tend to use 10% bleach instead of 70% isopropyl alcohol. Now, never mix the two chemicals. Always wait for the bleach to fully dry before spraying down any isopropyl alcohol, because when they combine, they make toxic gas. So don't chloroform gas, so do not mix the two, and let the bleach fully dry before you spray anything down with alcohol. But I do spray everything down with alcohol once everything is dry. So here we are, just making sure that the alcohol is full. I always try to keep a bottle nearby in the lab, and I'm gonna get another one for outside of the lab, just because everything has to be sanitary. So I really hope that y'all are enjoying the content. I've really been having a good time putting it together and getting in the lab, and I'm really hoping to do some gourmet content, grow some gourmet mushrooms, teach you guys how to grow gourmet mushrooms at home as well, outside of the lab, and how to cook with them and use them, and as well as possibly some more functional mushrooms as well. These are all genetics that I have already. I just have not, they've been kind of put on the side burner for a minute while I've had to work on some other things, the monotub stuff, and work on getting this ventilation system. Now I will be getting some ducting to put to run from the window, and probably move where that air machine sits, and so I can pump air into this room to create positive pressure. Now a Martha tent runs on the same principle, I believe, but I'm basically just building a very, very big Martha tent. I'll probably have to get another humidifier. I have the air system that is plenty large enough. So yeah, we're gonna get ready to do some fun stuff. I hope to get in the kitchen, do some cooking content, and it would be really awesome to go and use those mushrooms that we grow here in the lab to, for one, make some cooking videos, learn how to cook with them myself as well, and hopefully go feed the needy. That would be super cool. I don't imagine that I will be able to eat all of these mushrooms myself, so hopefully we can get some eyes on the content, drive some interest, so that we can grow some more gourmets and feed some more people. Well, that's what it's all about, right? At least that's the plan anyway. So you don't need all of this stuff to grow mushrooms, to do really anything in this process. You can get by with just a still air box and some patience, and you can do all of the things that I'm doing. And we can, talk about how to build a lab just like mine. We can talk about how to cultivate in your apartment, in your house, without a lab. We can talk about the steps that are taken to, get this far. If anybody's ever interested, that's all content for the future that we could talk about. There's really endless stuff we can talk about, like the values of medicinal mushrooms and functional mushrooms. So I just think that I'm really excited for what's coming, and I hope that you guys are too. This filter is going to allow us to really do some more of that fun content instead of putting together a couple things, because YouTube doesn't like it too much, I don't think. But I think once we get into the kitchen and outside of the lab, things are going to be a lot more fun, and we'll show harvesting of some gourmets and some functional mushrooms, as well as our monotubs. The monotubs aren't going anywhere. That's for certain. So yeah, I just scrubbing down the lab. I got this negative air machine. We're gonna turn that on. You can see it's a lot more organized in here. Everything is sanitary, and I've wiped down everything except for any filter patches and any filter patches and tape that might be on the items. But other than that, everything is getting wiped down. The bags and jars all got wiped down, just not the filter patches. But I'm super excited for this air filter system. That's going to allow us to do a ton of awesome things, and I hope that you guys can stay tuned for it and come to watch for more of this content, and you guys stick around to get us in the kitchen and outside of the lab. And if y'all get enough interest and we get enough people watching it, we won't have to. It'll all be free. It'll all be thanks to you guys watching that feed people. So ideally, I think that's our next steps and some of the next content I want to get going. I got some content in between then to do, and I got a little ways to go. Some loud cars out here. Yeah. So stick around. Keep an eye on what we got going on. We got tons of fun stuff. So yeah, I really hope that y'all like the video, and if y'all subscribe, it really means the world to me, to have y'all watching and a part of the journey. That's what eventually is going to let us do this full time. I mean, it's already what I do full time. I just don't get paid for it. But yeah, if y'all can share this content with somebody who might enjoy it, check out the microbiology. I want to do some microscopy content here soon enough, some other things, but for now, Micah Myers signing off. I hope y'all have an amazing day. And please like and comment and subscribe and check the content out. It really means the world to me.